Hi, good afternoon, fellow distributors, dear guests. This is Sam Sia. Hi, good afternoon, fellow distributors, dear guests. This is Sam Sia. Okay, welcome to our weekly Kangen distributors meeting coming from Kuala Lumpur here. We have this meeting every Saturday, and each Saturday we'll have a different guest distributor who come on to share their Kangen experiences and the Kangen lessons for everybody to learn from. So today we have Mr. Teddy Teo, who is from Kuala Lumpur, and Teddy Teo is now a 6A3-3 distributor. So Teddy, I just want to just introduce a bit of Teddy. From what I know of Teddy, Teddy was actually hired as a manager to manage one of the a businessman who actually created a section. One of his business, this businessman has many businesses, and when he found Kangen, right, he decided to embark on this Kangen business. But because he was so busy, he decided to engage managers specifically to do the Kangen business. And this manager was himself, is actually Teddy Teo, who is today our guest distributor. And so Teddy came in as a manager for the for this Kangen businessman. And after a while, Teddy naturally progressed to become a distributor in his own right. Right. So Teddy, I'm going to get Teddy now to here's Michael. Michael is our host for today. So Michael, I did a bit of partial introduction to.
Yes, I was here.
Yeah. So okay, I'm going to pass the floor to you to perhaps give him the full introduction. Over to you.
Thank you, Sam. Our guest speaker today is a young man, millennial, who has become very successful in this Kangen business. And in a short while, he has become a 6A3-3. And today, his topic will be his journey to 6A3-3. Listen to him. If you can, try to take down some notes, which I'm sure will be helpful to you, because this gentleman in his group, he's got a big group of professionals under him, engineers, who have become also like him, very successful. Let's listen to this gentleman, Teddy, who will be able to share with you some of the insights that he has experienced to help him to become a 6A3-3 in a short while. Go ahead, Teddy.
Hello.
Please share. Enjoy yourself.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. How are you doing?
Fine. Good. All of us are fine, Teddy.
Well, once again, thank you very much, Michael and Sam, for having me here. Okay, so today I basically, I want to share with all of you about my Kangen journey. Let me start off with introducing a bit of myself, tell you a little bit of who am I. Sam, I know Sam is going to bring this up, right? And which is actually very interesting. I am considered one of the lucky one why I said so, because I used to get paid to do Kangen business, right? And that's the lucky part, right? But to move up and to stay on, I think that is and the other part altogether a different thing, right? Now, let me introduce a little bit of myself. I'm from Kuala Lumpur, and I started to become a Kangen water distributors in year 2014, right? So just like what Sam has just shared with you, I work for this businessman. He's Now he's a doctor. We call him Dr. Sim, right? So he's a very successful businessman. I was I was given an opportunity to join him in another business before Kangen. And then halfway I was introduced to Kangen, and then I was given, it was added to my responsibility that I also have to look into the Kangen business. So the first thing is, Kangen business not necessarily have to start from scratch. I mean, if someone can be paid and do it, it will be so much blessed, right? Okay. Now, then before that, I've been working in a manufacturing line for about 13 years. All right. So working in a Cubate, working on the day-to-day SOP, and then I was in the marketing divisions, and prior to that, I was an IT guy. I specialized in information technology, helping the companies to build their computer systems, to connect their offices around the world. So now that was a little bit about myself. And okay, now, so how I came to know Kangen, I've covered that. And then when I first told about Kangen, Dr. Sim have mentioned this. He said, Teddy, you must take a look with this business. This product is going to go global, and it's very excited. So at that time, I basically I didn't know what is that about that, but when I realized this particular product, this is the product that before he told me about Kangen, I saw this product before. It was the other employer. So this employer of mine, a few years back, he sent me to Enagic, Malaysia, to help him to buy filters. So let me share with you my first encounterment when I first walked into Kangen office. It wasn't a good experience. I walk in, and then I look around while waiting for the filters to be collected. I saw the machines, the price tag at that shelf, right? And I got a shock. And then first thing that came into my mind was, oh my God, my this employer must have been conned again, right? Be conned. How dare in a world that people were paid for so much? I was very proud when I was using another brand that is so much lesser in the price. So, oh my goodness. And then anyway, I bought the filters and I sent it back to him. Then he did not tell me about the product, right? But he is a user. And 2 years later, I left the company, and then I was given a chance to work for Dr. Sim. That's where Dr. Sim told me about this particular products. Right now, right before that, I'm actually, for my health conditions, I have this problem of fatigue because of big size, because of the mouth disease, cannot stop eating good food, right? So I've grown to a big size, and I have a lot of problem, especially due to the acidosis problem. I don't have to mention it. I think a lot of people know what you're going to have problem with acidosis. Now, before I go on, right? Hold on, Michael. Am I on the? Is the spotlight on or not?
Yeah. You're on.
All right. How? Hold on.
Do you want to do some?
Oh no. Okay,
you
now
want
it's
to put up
okay.
some slides?
Now it's okay. Yeah, because I only see yourself just now. Okay. Okay, now. So where am I? I was talking about my health condition. Right before I came to know Kangen, because of the previous job, we do a lot of entertainment, and we have a lot of and eat functions and so on. And I've got into this factic gout, not even gout. I think it's a very high uric acid. And my family and I, we very often visiting doctors, we went to our physicians as well. You know, we always, almost every month we have to go back to our family doctors. Okay, so a lot of downtimes. Sometimes my wife break down, right? In terms of illnesses, because she's a kindergarten teacher. And at those days, we don't take any supplements. We only believe in natural foods, veggies, and we are not a supplements people, you see. So, and we don't do much exercise. So we always have a lot of break times and downtime, right? My wife, myself, my son, every month, one of us must be visiting the doctors, right? So now secondly is my financial health, right? Right before the Kangen, we were suffering. We're not too bad, moderate, but always enough to pass on, right? Although we don't have a big, we don't have what you call that. At that time, I don't have a big dream, big goal. I don't know about that because whatever I earn is only enough for my family just to, you know, month another month, and I kind of there was time that I told myself that Teddy, it seems like you do not have meaning in your life. My only meanings that I have I enjoy is when I go back from my work and when I see my kids, my wife, that time that we spend together. I think that is the time that I enjoy the most. Up to now, he's still the same, right? But other than that, I don't have others desire or whatever. I mean, it's not affordable, right? And the freedom is, I don't have much freedom because my time are sold, right? We're sold to a company that we have to, and the working hours is pretty long, right? So, and I have to travel a lot. Right. So sometimes when I woke up in the morning, I have to ask myself, oh, which bed am I on? So, and I have to look left and right. It's my wife there, and that frequent that I have to travel. Right. So now, so after I came to know these opportunities, I spent time. I decided to take a look with that. Right. And at that time, Dr. Sim invited people from Singapore. I still remember those days. Some of you who must have known him, Raymond San, Jenny. All right. So Ray San and Jenny's, he came to help up Dr. Sim to conduct the sharing, the benefit, the goodness about Kangen water. And at that time, my role is to sit in, to understand it, so that I am able to help the corporation, because Dr. Sim owned, what do you call that, many education centers, kindergartens, right? So he wanted all the kindergartens to own a unit of Kangen water, and he wanted the headmasters to be aware of that. He wanted the teachers to know how to use it. And my job is to educate them. If they have problems, I have to help them, have to answer them, and also make sure the machines are properly maintained, right? So to arrange people to handle that. Okay, so yeah, so I kind of, when I first saw this machine, I said, again, this could be another scam. But at that time, I said, if Dr. Sim were to look at it, it must be, how come my two bosses are also interested in the same product? They must have seen, this time I told myself, they must have seen something that I didn't, right? So the first one did not told me about the business, did not told me anything about this product, but the second person invited me to take a look. So I have time to sit in. I have chance to sit in and learn from that. And I also introduced to the office. and I came to know that every Wednesday at those days, 2014, our weekly meeting was at the Wednesday. I think in the I think in the 11 o'clock, right, Sam? So yeah. So I wanted to learn all about this. So that's why I attended the weekly meeting. Okay, and I wanted to learn everything about it. I write the notes. I even do a recordings and all that. Just make sure that myself understand, because that is to make sure whenever I'm questions, I'm able to help. I have to able to do my carry out my job. You see, so I learn, I pick it up, and at one point, my role was to also explain about the goodness of Kangen water to friends of Dr. Sim. So I was given the Daniel Dimakali video. For some of you who came in earlier, the video that just for your for what you to for you to know, that particular video I have watched more than 30 times. Some of you have even more, right? Every time, I think, yeah, more than 30 times. When I'm on the flight, when I was in the on the bus, right? I put it on. And every time I listen to it, I try to go from a different perspective, go from the different angle for how did Daniel deliver his message. And I pick up all the whatever that I need to do a presentation. Okay. Then after that, I read all the books that was given to me. And I went through whatever internet information that I was given and can be found, right? So I even created my own libraries, all about Kangen waters. Yeah. So, and okay. Then after that, after I'm able to conduct my own demo, I started to share this with my friends, right? Whoever that I know, my family members. After I've gone through that, I was so excited, you know, this product is so great, right? And I started to share with people and invited them to come for a demo. Initially, I wasn't a good, I wasn't good in doing the sharing, so I leverage on the meetings on every Wednesday. So I pick up what Sam said, right? Buy them a lunch. Invite them to the office, buy them a lunch, and all right, if possible, pay for their car park, right? And then make sure they don't delay, right? Make sure they come early, buy them a lunch. So we invite them to join, sit in for the meetings, and then invite them to listen to the opportunity. So time's up. After 1 month, 2 months, I'm able to do it myself. So that is where I start to conduct my own demos. I started to share with people, and I'm so lucky, like what Michael said. I along the way I've met people like Anthony T, Tong, Cindy, especially Anthony. We work very closely together, and we're following them to different state to do the demo. They open the door, I close the door. They open the door, I do the sharing, right? So that's what we do in the early stage before become a 6A, right? And I do the demo whenever, wherever is possible, even in a Starbucks, even in a coffee shop, at the house, in front of the TV, or at the back of kitchen. There's those days that we get so excited. And I do prior to that, I do not have much experience about network marketing. And just for your info, I really, at one time I told myself, MLM, direct sales is not my cup of tea. At one time I said, whoever come to me, no matter what way, cold way, M way, whatever way, you come in front, I'm going to turn away. So that is me, and I decided to work, you see. So now, compared to that, after I got so excited about the product, then I started to learn as I share as I help people to own the machine. The commission was not bad. and I'm able to gradually the income in 6 months. In fact, in less than how many months? In 6 months, it overtake my entire annual income, right? But just for your info, my annual income wasn't very high that time. But working in Kangen for 6 months, I got paid, and I mean I can rest for the next 12 months. You see, so and then I started to learn the opportunity. So as I started to learn the opportunity, I will always share the product, and then after that, I share the business opportunity. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop here for a while. Now, Michael, we want to go on the. Do you want me to stop here, or you come in with? You have to unmute yourself.
Your choice, Daddy, or you want me to help you along?
Okay. All right. Not a problem.
You were
Because
just
myself and Michael were talking about how we should carry on with this, whether I'm going to do it on my own or I'm going to have Michael.
Okay, Daddy, I'll help you with 1 or 2 questions.
Okay, no worry.
Listening to you just now. You
now, I've just covered the early days, right? Before, and how I actually, what they have done. Now, to become I am great that I made it to 6A in approximately 7 months. Right. Some of us here even faster, but some of us are slower. But it doesn't matter. I think I just go on my own pace. We just go on our own pace. Back to you, Michael.
Yeah, just now you're mentioning to get yourself excited, interested in this business. You came on to our Wednesday meetings. Tell us, in your opinion, what is so important, or why is it so important for newcomers to attend these meetings? Give us 1 or 2 points. Yeah.
Now, first of all, when I joined the meetings, besides the demo, all right, the story, like what we have shared, our friends or our buddies here have shared every week. It is. It's widen our view, our perspective. Wow, this water can do this. Wow, this water can do that. It helps people in different area, so these waters are so good, and that's where we improve and gain our faith in this water. All right. Of course, after that, when you go into the business sharing, right? The business sharing, and we got to learn the 8-point systems, how the company compensated us. So both of this part is very, very important, right? Yeah, Michael.
Thank you. So you find this attendance of such meetings key. How about our EKW? Do you have any recommendations on new people attending EKWs?
Okay.
Essential Kangen workshop.
When before my 6A, my journey to 6A, there isn't an EKW at that time. But that time, it was a business workshop. It was held in a hotel, and and then after I became a 6A, I think November. Then I think Sam started to, we compile this and make it into EKW. It was that's from my point of view. Maybe Sam must have done a lot of things, but then EKW is one of the is a must. Personally, I have attended more than 30 times, and whenever even up to today, whenever possible, I will still buy one of tickets, to invite our business partners to take part. Right, so I will still encourage people to attend. Is the EKW stand for Essential Kangen Workshop?
Kangen Workshop, yes.
And for people who are new, trust me, it's essential.
Okay, so you are saying you learn a lot from these training sessions?
Yep, we even duplicate that. We use it in our business. So in our day-to-day business, we split it into multiple modules. So whenever we need it, we'll use it. and it is very useful, and it is very
Okay.
practical for anyone who want to be in the business.
Wow,
Today
that's a good-
we're doing our own, right, in a smaller group. So yeah, it's very important for people who are new to take part in this.
Yeah, this should be a good takeaway for all of us.
Yeah.
For those of us who want to build a group, build a team, build a business, it's good to also start your own EKW in a small way. Like Teddy was saying, maybe, have it in sections. If you have a small group, you can have it all in one go, one day, if you have a better attendance.
Yeah, sometimes
Thank
we
you.
cannot wait for 3-4 months. We have to do it
Yeah,
ourselves.
you are right. Okay, there's another part. The another part that I'll take you up with you. You're saying that to help you begin your business, you started reading books. Can you recommend one or two for us?
I beg your pardon?
You were mentioning earlier to help you get started into this business, you read some books.
Oh yeah.
Can you recommend one or two?
Yeah, I have quite a number of here at the back. Okay, one of the books that I think this book helped me a lot. Can you guys see?
Maybe
yeah.
you can read it out.
Let me off my virtual camera. Maybe. Yeah, I think this book is very good. Initially, it helped me a lot. Is The Confession of a Skeptical Physician.
Okay.
This is a very good book. And of course, The Killing Cancers, Not People. We also have Chinese books. We have another for Chinese, and I think this book was good. This book was quite good. Change Your Water, Change Your Life, right, by Dr. Dave Carpenter. Right, so it was very good books to start up. Yeah.
Yeah, the earlier book that you were mentioning, Confessions of a Skeptical Physician, is by Dr. Tim McKnight.
Yeah, by
so
Dr.
we
Tim
have
McKnight.
Doctors who are also.
Yeah, when I first talked to, where we also came across many physicians, doctors. I will give them this book. Yeah, let the doctors
this
talk
is
to
one
the
way
doctors.
to help them get excited about our business, excited about our product. Because like you say, not everybody, will be able to believe that water can do so much to help. So it's nice that to know that you became a 6A in such a short while, in 7 months. Can you share with us one or two exciting experiences that along the way that help you, become a 6A in your journey to become a 6A?
Right.
Or some incidents.
Okay. First, I think we must have in those days. I always remember Sam said clarity. You always mention about clarity. So I think clarity is very important. We must have clarity on the product. We must know I think knowing the product is very important, very, very important. Why? What is so good about the products, and of course, what others said about our products. So knowing our product is very important. The clarity of the compensation plan, how it works, is also very important, right? And another thing is the capability of solving problem. Right? You must, once we identify what Kangen, our system, whether it's the product, whether it's the business, can help people in whatever area. Once we identify them, we all know, once you in the business, if you have clarity, if you know more, if you know enough, all right, we have a very powerful tools that everybody needs it, but they don't know yet. So, and we must, I think it is very important that we're able to see the problem of our people that's around us. They need it, right? So as long as we identify them, we find a way to talk to them, to share with them at their pace. Yeah. So yeah, Michael, back to you.
Yeah, that's good. At least you have shared as three key success factors which you feel is very important. Can I share what you have just shared earlier? You're talking about knowing the product well. Number two, you're talking about knowing the business well. Because if you've got a lot of consumers, but you don't have people building your business, you will not grow as big as you want to be. Okay? And the third thing you're talking about is sharing the value of our product.
Yeah.
The skill in sharing the value. So
Yeah.
these three takeaways, please remember, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are new and want to get started and do very, very well, research on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. And do you have any special advice for those who are now listening in, who are new, who really want to get in beside all this that you have mentioned?
Well, okay. There are two was mentioned. The first one is the clarity.
Yes.
The second one is the we must
knowing
have
the business.
And we must
knowing the
have the
product.
capability to see what this product, what kind of value are we bringing to people because they need it, you see. And then the third thing I think is the energy. I think performance equals to energy. I think we need a lot of energy to do that, right? So I think to find ways to contribute is and to solve problem. I think that one is the key. Yeah. So yeah, let me see what else to add on. Michael, you go on.
I think you're right, lah.
Yeah.
Energy is very important.
Yeah.
If you don't have the energy to share, or the
drink more
excitement to share.
The secret is to drink more Kangen water.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you talk in a very tired way, how would people want to be, following you?
Yes.
You're right.
The energy. Yeah.
Yeah. I also heard somebody, who used to do some training in our Wednesday sessions who say success loves speed.
Yes.
Not just energy, it also loves speed. So if you are able to become a 6A in 7 months, you're going to be a big role model to your team members.
Yeah, having said that, Michael, I think that time, I think the momentum was very important, right? Once we build up the momentum, right, we have to really keep it up. Yeah, in the early, in the early stage, I don't understand why Sam say early success loves speed, you see. But once you have the speed, once you are there, once your group start to activate, started to move, don't let it stop. No matter how, keep the momentum.
Yeah, that's great.
And I learned a great lessons on that because I was, once the momentum's come down, it's very difficult to resume it.
May I ask a personal question? How many units did this Dr. Sim buy? Total?
Okay, I don't have the exact figure, but
roughly.
Okay, that's what come from the person who sold the machine. All right, altogether in the first two, I think in the early stage, he bought about 57 units.
57 units.
57 units. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for revealing this because a lot of people do not see it. They think, they can only sell one sale to somebody, not realizing that there are people who have the capability to buy many. So you're great, no? I'm glad you brought this up, 57. Because recently when Sam and Simon traveled to Dubai, there was also a lady who sold to someone who's got 10 Rolls Royces. She sold 6 K8s and I think another 6 NS Park. So can you imagine how big our business could be, For those of you who are new or for those who feel are trying to find inspiration to do this business, please think about that. Can you imagine you step onto somebody and they buy in bulk, maybe, not all at one time, but in a short while, 57 units. That's great. Is that the biggest
It was
record?
it went on batches. I think first batch was 20 over. The following batch, I think there are about 3 batches. So yeah, by the time I was offered shared the opportunity, it was like he's already a 5A. Yeah, Sam, you want to add something?
Yeah, actually, yes, I just wanted to add that the lady in Dubai for that month, for last month March, actually she sold more than, from the one customer with the 10 Rolls Royces, there were more than 21 machines which was sold.
In total, fine.
Yes, from there. And if I may, just to clarify a bit, that gentleman who was he didn't buy the 21 machines. He was just buying it to give away. Just buying it to give away. He wasn't buying it for himself. So just for the benefit of the audience here, so you may just hit on somebody who buys, who basically will call you up and say, okay, please send 1 machine or 2 machines to this so and so, and there are people like that. Okay,
Yeah, doing it on charity.
Yeah, back to you, Michael.
Yeah, thank you. I think this is a good point to emphasize, because you were so fast in becoming a 6A, and then somebody in your downline became also a 6A by selling 100 units as a developer. Can you imagine that? Huh? Success, great success. It's a wonderful thing to share out here because it will give a lot of inspiration, courage, motivation to many of our members. Don't think of this as a small business. This can be a very big business on how you deal with it. Like Sam say, somebody may buy out of charity, and give it away because it's a good product. Some rich people really can afford that, can do that. Wonderful. Let's move on. What is your next goal, Teddy?
Okay, my next goal is to assist all my key leaders, my key business partners, to achieve their rank, to up rank, and of course, in order to achieve my rank, so my goal is to, in terms of the business goal, is to go for my next rank.
Yeah, they're thinking of Dash 4 already.
We are working on it.
Good.
Yeah,
good,
halfway
good.
there.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is something
I think
really good.
it's not just the rank. I think it's all about the celebrations. When when we see our team members started to benefit and they started to benefit from the business, I think that was the joy, the fulfillment. Yeah.
Yeah, really good. When you begin to get promoted, it's also because your downline is getting promoted.
Yeah.
So when Daddy becomes a Dash 4, it becomes, an impetus because the upline will be pushed up to Dash 5. Wow, wonderful. Okay. In your opinion, in your experience, how important it is to build a team to help you in the business rather than be a lone wolf?
I think that's very, very important. Thanks for bringing this up. I think it's important for us to look at this business not so much on just selling the machines, helping. I think building the team is essential. To move, I mean, from the business perspective, I think it's about teamwork. That's what I also, actually, one of the points that I want to brought up is the teamwork. So if you do your calculations to walk up from 1A to 6A is 100 machine, to 6A to a Dash 3, if you do it right, maybe 800 over, maybe to 1,000 machine, right? So how can a person, it's not easy for persons to sell that much of machine, but if we were to leverage on the team, right? We will always hope that, we do not want one person sell 100 units. You want 100 people, each one sell a unit a month or two, you see. So I think we leverage the effort so that everybody has not only work, we want to have time to enjoy, right? To enjoy the fruit. So in order to do that, to have a balance, right? Balance is when you put up a lot of effort in the front, then to build a team, and you are able to work lesser, the team will help you to escalate, you see. So it's very important to have a team to work together. I think teamwork is very, very crucial. Of course, for people who just want a big money, you're a super salesman, you can make hell a lot of money. If you are ranked 6, just sell 10 units in Malaysia, you make 60,000, right? Or even more, you see. So, but that one, you have to keep doing it. But building a team like our top leaders, Mr. Sam, yeah, he can testify that. Yeah. Back to you, Michael.
Yeah, for those who are new in this business, can you let them know, when do you begin? When should they begin to start building a team? From the very beginning or at a later stage?
Okay, it should be from the very beginning. Yeah, when as mentioned, when you have the clarity of the business model, right? When you have it, it's about the team. It's about building the team. It's not so much about self. It's about building. It's a team game. Yeah.
When you talk about team game, Teddy, can you tell us some of the activities that you have in your team that help the team grow?
Prior to that, we have nowadays we have weekly meetings. Sometimes certain weeks we have 2 meetings using Zoom nowadays, right? But before that, we have home party. We have our internal training. We have our sales event, right? But now we keep to maybe two events a week.
Yeah, now that we can meet already, suddenly April 1st.
Yeah,
we are no more scared of the COVID. So
yeah,
we can now begin to hold eyeball to eyeball meetings. You talk about house pit party, Teddy. There's a lot of people who want to find out what's a house party and how is it. What do you need to do to be able to hold an effective house party that bring in sales that very day itself?
Okay, I think this part I have to give glory to Pat and Kelvin. They are the lovely couple that I
upline, yes.
been sponsored. They are very generous that they cook us a big meal, right? Every time they cook, I mean, we invite people, of course, to see the demo, right? And then after that, we have a meal together. Everything is cooked by Kangen Waters, and then we even explain how it works, how it's prepared, and then after that we go into the business sharing. Then after that we have fellowships, and then we will help them to make decision. That is the home party.
Do you have one person doing the demo or a group?
We started from only one session, and then gradually we split it. We have the English, and we have
I mean during the house party. Do you have one particular person speaking so that all can be focused on that demo, or do you have several demos going
on? No, we have only one. Only one demo and one session.
Fine. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. That is so that everybody can be focused.
Yeah, we get it. So what I'm trying to say is we have the Mandarin sessions, we have the English session.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have 2 speakers going on concurrently. Yeah.
Held separately.
Yeah, held separately in different rooms.
Yeah. So what do the other team members need to do to help around, to make it successful?
I don't get the question correctly. I beg your pardon.
There will be a lot of people attending,
Yeah.
leaders, new members,
Yeah.
new prospects. What do the team members, team leaders normally do? What is their role?
I think the team leaders, besides organizing, helping up one another to set up the place, I think the other thing is to get the invitation right, to do the necessities training, because to host an event is not difficult, but to get people to come, to attend, I think that needs a lot of effort. I think the proper trainings, the proper mindsets on the invitation is important. So the trainings, and then during the meeting itself, the leaders will try to move around just to help the newcomers, new distributors to know the people they invited, just to get along, help them to have the sense of belonging, and walk them around, answers to help them to clear their doubts, all right, and to move on to the next step. So that's what usually what the leaders will do.
Okay, fine. At least you have given some ideas on what roles each one of us got to do if you want to have a effective house party.
Yeah, and then you're talking about leaders, but the team members or whoever that are new, I think what they can do is very important. Turn up, right? Turn up in whatever events. I think event is very important. All I've just mentioned, home parties, weekly demos, trainings are all is designed for the success of everybody. So turning up is very important.
Yeah, we have got a question from somebody who wants to know, how do you invite people to attend this kind of house parties?
Effective ways to invite is, I think it's come from understanding the needs of the person, right? A lot of times when we first started, I think there are two ways. One is because out of our excitement. Wow, when we know this, it's like we heard, we tested a very nice food in the market, and we want you to come and try. The excitement. I think that kind of excitement. Wow, this store is very nice. Please come. The excitement. One of the ways, the excitement. You know, is you need it, right? That is your, what do you call that? Your enthusiasm is contagious, right? you excite them because of your excitement. Secondly is observe. I think the invitation is not difficult. It's just skills, and I mean I think more important is inviting the right people, prepare their mindset and understand. Let them understand. A lot of times we always heard that, hey, how come they wasn't aware that why they are here, you see? So that's not good. So prepare the audience, let them know what it's all about, and let them join or come. It's not because of us, it's because of there's something for them. So when they join us, it's not because of us, it's because of we have something that that meet their need, you see. So I think as long as we can identify their needs, I think the invitation will be so much easy. So, yeah, back to you, Michael.
Maybe I follow up with that. When you talk about invitation, do you have a formal invitation card which you give to your prospect, or do you invite them on a personal basis by word of mouth?
I mean, that's from my side. I usually give them a call. I talk to them. I meet them. And I send, today we send them WhatsApp, we send reminder, right? We send them WhatsApp. First of all, we tell them, oh, we have this event that's coming up. What you have told me that time, I think you might find your answers here, because let's just say we identify their problems, right? So they're going to share this. Why not you something that you're interested, you might be able to find here. Why not you come on if you're free? So I'll send you a link. If then after that we send a link, we give a reminders a day before, an hour before, reminders. I think that help.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
So in your case, you find it very helpful through personal invitation by word of mouth and following up with WhatsApp.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, that's good. So for those who want to try using this house party method, I hope you have learned and got some value from our Teddy, the seafood for house parties now.
we miss the house party so much. Yeah, it's been 2 years. We didn't do it.
I was wondering whether I can go in and attend one of your house parties to enjoy and see how you do and what you do and why you do it so well.
Well, when the venue's available again, I'll let you know.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Teddy, there are so many multi-level marketing companies and there are so many products out there.
Yeah.
What makes Energic, your choice?
Okay, first of all, first of all, the water is what we are sharing and is something that is a mass market, right? If you want to get into a business, we want to get into something that is everybody needs it, right? And so we happens to fall in this part. And then secondly is there are so many water system out there, right? But we happens to be the I wouldn't want to say we are the best, but I haven't find a real competitor yet, head to head. But we have something that's really good, and is effective and is so something that I think based on the demos, all of us know how good we have, but it's a product that is reputable. They don't get us into trouble because whoever that join us is because they trust us. So if you are long enough in this business, you know that we are actually sharing a product that is reputable, and we don't get scold that much, right? And we don't have much anyway, right? So many other opportunity out there, some which I have come across. I don't know how to do it, right? But for me, was setting up a computers, right? Like what I used to do, and selling a machine, right? It's a similar. There's something that is similar. So to me, it's like selling a system to someone, follow up, and make sure they know how to use it, and make sure they are protected. Yeah, I like what Jiwan said. Our clients are under our Coach Jiwan said our protections. So as long as we protect them, right? So make sure they are notified. Now, so we have a very considered a unique product. So the product is unique. The compensation is good, and I think what is most important is the fulfillment. All right. So I love the company's the visions. We are called, as long as you want our visions, our missions is to call to spread the true health, right? Helping people to gain true good physical health, gain true financial health, and true mental health. I have not seen a company that talk about mental health. I think Energic, I might not be joining too many, but this is one of the company that I have, the only one of the company that talk about mental health. Those days, I think they send the ambassadors around the world to talk about mental health, right? They talk about gratitude. They talk how to communicate. This is one of a very unique company that they tell us the inner part of us, right? You have to change the inside so that you can help on your outside, you see. So I mean the mental is very crucial. A lot of times we always tell people that, hey, you improve from your physical health by drinking the right water. As you have the right water, you share the business opportunity, you gain the financial health. Then when you have the financial health and you have the what do you call that, the physical health, right? Then eventually you solve majority of your mental health, right? But it's more important, I think, in order for you to do well in your financial health and your physical health, importantly, sometimes I'm going to look at this way. The mental health is something that's very important. Improve your mental health first, then the other two will also come faster, right? So this is the company that talk about this. I don't find this in other company. And I also find that Mr. and Mrs. Oshiros are very genuine. They turn up, they sing with us. The functions that I have chance to join them, they are so genuine, down to earth, and they are not a persons that, you know, talk about, they have their jets, they have their yacht on whatnot, but they preach kindness, they preach compassionate, you see. So this is a company that, you know, it truly help the fulfillment, you see. So yeah, so I find that this is so, of course, along the way, the journey, I've been approached with so many products, so many different opportunities, but every time we talk to people, you know, most of the time they will come back to you on different opportunities, you see. So, but I myself, I have not come across that any other companies that offer what I've just mentioned to you all together as a whole, right? So that makes Energix very special to me. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your journey to become a 683-3, and the next time we invite you will be your journey to -4.
Yes.
I think for those
Hopefully
of you who
soon.
have stayed behind, you must have got a lot of value from this real person who was invited to run the Kangen business for a distributor. And on top of that, he found such great value in doing this business. He started doing on his own as a distributor and has become very successful. Must be lucky for you. Good choice for you, to have come out and start your own distributorship. If not, you'll be still working for somebody.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Sam, you have anything to add on before we end the session? Let's give the big round of applause to this gentleman.
Thank you for
Daddy.
having me, Michael and Sam. Yeah, thank you so
Great.
much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Teddy, for being on this on today's session. We thank you very much. And now I'd just like to speak about the Essential Kangen workshop. Okay. Can I ask here, who here has been to the Essential Kangen workshop? Can you just type in a 1 if you've attended the Essential Kangen workshop? I request everybody who has attended the Essential Kangen workshop to type in a 1 in there. Okay. I think some of you are typing a direct message to me. Can you type it to everybody? All right. So yeah, we have quite a few. Oh, okay. So there's only that few of people who have attended the Essential Kangen workshop. And there are many others who hasn't already yet attended the Essential Kangen workshop. Let me just spend a bit of time to speak about the Essential Kangen workshop for the benefit of the people who has not attended. Now, the Essential Kangen workshop is the many years ago. I started by inviting various distributors to come to speak at what was called the one-day business training for Kangen distributors. And I felt that it wasn't enough, so I created a second day training to sort of add on to the first day, which the contents of which we deem to be essential for any new distributors and even senior distributors. As a result of that, over several months or over several sessions, we sort of fine-tuned it, and it resulted was in what is now currently known as the Essential Kangen workshop. So the Essential Kangen workshop, we've been running it for since 2015. So we are already in our 8th year. And I would say that the content of the Essential Kangen workshop today is like 95% the same content as what it was on day one. And why do we keep it the same? It is because from the feedback that we have received, right, everybody got value, and if they found that it is so empowering, and it really gave the participants so much clarity on the product as well as on the business. So in fact, many of our distributors, they leverage on the Essential Kangen workshop to bring in new distributors. So I would encourage everybody here, it is a very powerful tool for you to use. And the only advice that I can make for any of the new people who are attending today is, when you attend the Essential Kangen workshop, don't come alone, all right? Because at the end of the workshop, we ask the people if they wish they brought in more people to attend the workshop. Almost everybody put up their hands. So I'm now going to just quickly share the flyer for the Essential Kangen workshop. So this is the details of it. It's happening on the 25th of June. And now this is the time. This is the time for UK at 3 p.m. Hang on, I do not know if. Let me just check whether the timing is correct, because we did 3 p.m. Malaysia time. It would be London 8 o'clock. Right, I think I may have made a mistake there. 3 p.m. in Malaysia would be London 8 o'clock now. So the flyer, I think the flyer, we have an error on the flyer. It should actually be 8 o'clock, because this would be daylight saving already. So we would send an updated flyer out. So I just want the people in England to take note. The time is actually from 8. What time did we start, Michael?
Just now, we started at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, which was
Today's session was 2:30.
Correct. So today's session, we started at 4 o'clock, which is London time, 9 p.m. Right? So which means that the Essential Kangen workshop will be starting at 8 a.m. in the morning, 8 a.m. in the morning on the 25th of June. All right. So it's a 7-hour program, and the price of the event is $50. But right now you can still get it. You can still get it at $12.50. Okay, per participant. And I'll just share the link in the chat box for you for anyone who would like to sign up, which is here. Okay. And again, I'll share the PowerPoint, what do you call, the flyer for the Essential Kangen workshop on the 25th of June. All right. So that's it. So if anyone who wishes to sign up for the Essential Kangen workshop, please click on the link which I've just shared in the chat box. And with that, I want to pass the floor back again to Michael.
Let's give a big round of applause once again to Teddy and Sam for being our speaker and our host. And we'll meet again. Please stay safe. We can meet again next Saturday. So Sam, would you want to unmute everyone so they can have their normal highs and bye-byes?
Sure. Okay. All right, everybody can unmute themselves now, and you can even, I'm going to just, if you can turn on your videos, we're going to take a group photo. We invite everybody to turn on your video. Okay. Hi there, Hanan. Good to see you here. Hello, Cora. Hi, Victor. Justin. Good to see you. All right. And we have Adam or Edom. Okay. So at the count of 3, we're going to say 1, 2, 3, and I'll do a screenshot of the today's session. All right. 1, 2, 3. Say Kangen.
Kangen.
All right. Okay. So hi there, Lawrence. Hi, Habib. So okay, guys, we'll see you next week, next Saturday, same time.
Thank you, Teddy. Thank you,
Stay safe.
Michael. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Daddy. Thank you,
Thank
Sam.
you, everybody.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a blessed week. Yeah.
Okay, then. Thank you, Daddy. Michael.
Thank
Thank you, Teddy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.